Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about the current condition of my 68 Ford Falcon. I am currently in the process of swapping engines from, it'll still be a 351 Windsor-based engine, but what I'll be doing is I'll be going from a 408 stroker to a 430, and the differences in the motors will basically be I'll be swapping the engine blocks. So, for example, this particular engine is a Boss 351 base block from Ford Racing. I don't know if you can see the embossed Ford Racing, and then the Boss 351 imaging on the block. This is a hydraulic roller setup. It is very streetable. I've had this combination together for 7 years. It features Hedman do-it-yourself header kit, which do fit pretty well in between the shock towers. It's got Victor Jr. heads. These particular headers are 1 3/4 step to 1 7/8. As they transition to their bend, you can see down there that they have the bevel for 1 7/8. You can see that there. Anyways, TKO 600 5-speed. You can see the Lakewood scatter shield. This combo through a 9-inch made 527 to the wheels in torque and 472 horsepower through a 9-inch. At the time, the car was a leaf spring car. It currently features a Chris Austin G-Link, and it has their builder tubs. So what that's allowed me to do is it's allowed me to run an 18 by 12 on a 335/30 R18 Toyo R888 tire. That particular tires combination is pretty healthy, as you can see. Inboard, I have 2 inches more room. So in hindsight, I wish my offsets would have been a little bit different, because you can see I'm having some rub here. Not as bad on the driver's side, but on the passenger side, it's rubbing so bad that I'm running the potential of cutting a tire. So anyways, going forth to the new setup, the engine is currently being built by CSM Racing Engines. That's California Street Machine. He builds some pretty heavy hitter motors. So I'm basically a lucky guy who came across some people at a car show, another Falcon guy, and he referred me to him. So I'm pretty lucky to have him do the build. And so we're currently in the process of screwing together that engine. It's going through piston to valve clearance checks and measurements for push rod length and so forth. That will feature from the bottom up. I'll talk about a quick setup of the motor. So it'll feature, it's a Dart Iron Eagle block, Lenati Signature Series crank, Oliver I-beam billet rods, they're the Speedway series, and diamond pistons. Compression ratio will be 13:1. It will have, we'll run the Trick Flow Twisted Wedge 225Rs from Total Engine Airflow, and then a pretty healthy cam. So this cam, it's an LSM 55 millimeter solid roller core cam. It'll be 744 and 744 lift, and the duration at 50 will be 282 and 296. We're thinking this motor will probably make somewhere 750 to 800 horsepower. We'll have a dyno video to follow. It'll run on E85, and it'll have the Holley XP950 carburetor. From that, it's pretty much expected to be a turnkey street engine. Won't be seeing, you know, long distance driving, but, you know, from here around town or just my average trips, things like that, to the drag strip, I don't see any problem with it. It'll have the valve train will feature Victory 1 titanium intake valves and Ferrea stainless steel exhaust valve. The rockers will be a shaft rocker from T&D, Iski Easy Roll Max bush lifters. It'll be a the block has been prepared for 904 lifter bores, so there'll be a bushed lifter. So that will kind of help with wear and help prevent failure that you may see in some of your roller lifters. That's pretty much it. As we'll take a look in here inside the car, because the car currently features the Tremec TKO 600 5-speed, which we all know is rated for 600 foot-pounds of torque. But what we'll do, probably swap over to the T56 Magnum. That'll just allow for better higher RPM shifting, as well as a higher rated torque load. So those are rated at 750. There are guys pushing more than that through those gearboxes, so that'll be up to the task we're thinking. So probably go out with the TKO 600 and going with the T56 Magnum, and of course that'll lead to shortening the drive shaft and things of that nature related to the drivetrain. Plan on staying a manual. Currently running the McLeod RXT twin disc, and I plan to continue running that, as that will swap over because the input splines on both of them are 26 splines in the same diameter. So the clutch will be interchangeable, but the bell housing will not. Currently we're featuring the I'm currently running the Lakewood safety bell housing or scatter shield, and what I'll have to do is probably swap over to the, well, not probably, but we'll have to swap over to the QuickTime. QuickTime has one for the Windsor engine family, and so that's what we'll be swapping over to. I'm gonna get underneath the car and kind of just record and shine some light on some things underneath here. So if folks have any questions that they want to ask or comments, they're more than welcome to. So let's get under here. What I've done is kind of got the car up in the air with race ramps, and then I had some boards cut. So these are 12 inches from the bottom of the wheel, from the bottom of the race ramp. To gain more height, I put some flat boards underneath there, multiple boards. So now if you look, I can literally stick my hand up here, and I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm about 6 foot, give or take, and I can get under here no problem. This portion will aid in pulling driveline related components or just doing inspections underneath the car. So let's take a look underneath here. So you can see we got the Curry 9-inch G-Link, Chris Austin G-Link coilover system. You can kind of see it from there, but you can see the weld-in subframe connectors, and that's a 1/2-inch fuel line running from a 20-inch RCI fuel cell that I'll get to shortly.